Hey everybody, it's Carol with Refunction Crafts, and now it's time to do a boho bag for one of my granddaughters. I don't know which one is going to get this one and which one's going to get the other one. You were here for hopefully the making of this butterfly. This is the one that's going on the other bag. After I finished that video, I did this butterfly. So this is the second one that I did. And this one is a little bit bigger than the other one, but they are both absolutely stunning. I love them so much, you guys. Oh my word. I have a new addiction. So, this is the one we're going to do today in this video, and it's going to be so darn cute. I can't even, I'm so excited. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump right into this one today, guys. I've got my butterfly, and that is one heck of a big butterfly. We've got our little pocket that's going to go on there. I'm not sure. I have a feeling that the pocket's going to go on one side and then the butterfly will go on the other side. So both sides are going to be decked out on this bag. I could put this one on this one today. This is a little bit smaller and fits on the pocket a little bit better. And I may do that. You know what? Change of plans, guys. I'm gonna keep that, and I'm gonna grab this pocket. I haven't fringed it yet, but that's okay. And actually, I think I might put this fringe on this one. And maybe that was silly. All I had to do was change the butterfly. Okay, guys, I am just so smart. I mean, really. Okay, so that may change some of the decorations. I have this little feather here that I made out of yarn. I love it, love it, love it, and it's great for a boho project. What I am going to do is I'm going to go get a comb real fast because I want to comb this out a little bit more. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I brought a couple of combs out because I'm not sure how easy this is going to go here. And of course I'm going to pull some of these out probably. But I just want to get this a little more fluffy, if that's possible. Maybe it's not, without messing up the whole thing. I love making these feathers. They are so cool. And very soothing to work on. I wanted to take this to see if maybe that would help to get through some of these fringes, to kind of take them apart a little bit. I don't know if it's really helping or not, but I thought maybe it would go through some of these parts, like right up in here, because it's got those thin wiry ends, and then kind of take it and comb through it. I mean, it's really cute the way it is, honestly. It doesn't need a whole lot of, it doesn't have to be like completely brushed out, but I've been wanting to do one where I do get it all completely brushed out and see what it looks like. But honestly, I don't think it makes it any worse or any better. So I'm going to leave it at that. I'm okay with this. We gotta take our scissors and do a little snip in here because I did sort of change the shape there a little bit. And let's get this side. This side's a little less combed out than the other side is. But I love this feather. I really, really do. You guys, these are so cute. And the boho stuff, you guys, just so you know, boho is kind of back in. So you guys need to try making some of this stuff. You know, I made that handbag recently. And I sold it, but I couldn't wait to get my hands dirty and make another one. And then I thought about it, and I thought, you know what? I know my granddaughters would love these. One's 10, and one just turned 4 yesterday. And so I thought, you know what? I'm going to make little Ellie one to go with her her birthday gifts. And I'm gonna make Madison one just because. And they're really both just becauses, because I've already got Ellie taken care of. We haven't gotten together for her birthday yet. She's in Ohio right now, so yeah, I didn't get to see her on her birthday, but that's okay. I got to talk to her on the phone and wish her a happy birthday. But if I'm being honest, she wasn't that interested, because she was with a bunch of family back in Ohio, and they were fussing over her and making a real big deal out of her birthday, which is awesome. And so MeeMaw was just kind of getting in her way. So I didn't keep her long. I just wished her a happy birthday, told her how much I love her, and gave her hugs and kisses over the phone, and said, now you go back to your little party there. They were out having dinner somewhere. Her great-grandma took them all out for dinner last night, so for Ellie's birthday. So that was awesome. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Get going right away. This is going to be the top of the bag this time. We're not going to make a flap to go over this. I decided to just leave it as an open bag. And then what I think I'm going to do... Oh gosh, I don't know if I have any. I usually keep some Velcro dots the ones that you buy at the Dollar Tree. I know I have some here somewhere, but I may have to do that off camera after this rest of this is all done. But I'll put a couple of Velcro dots on the inside. Actually, what I think I'd like to do is get some big Velcro pieces to put inside here so that it'll close kind of all the way across. So it'd be fine if it was just left open. The other thing that would be kind of cute is to add a little strappy thing here, and then maybe do a magnet closure right here. I hadn't really thought about that until just now, but we're going to put this butterfly aside. We're going to use this butterfly on today's bag. So I changed my mind because this one's smaller, and I think I'm going to make a smaller one of the denim. This is a smaller one, like this one, actually even smaller than that one, but this one's got wires in it so that it can be manipulated, you know. So I don't want to use this one because it's kind of heavy, and I don't know, unless I might decide to later on. I may decide to just take this piece off, but I kind of like this as a hanging ornament piece, and I was going to sell this in my Etsy shop this way. So I'm going to be making some of these bags, though, because I think these are great little granddaughter gifts. You know, I just think these are so cute for the young girls, and they like, you know, pretty stuff. And I'm thinking I might add a little more fringe to the back side of this pocket. just to make it just a little more fringy and kind of bring it down a little bit more over the top ones. So let's go ahead and we'll add this now. And all I'm going to do, let's see, I want to make sure it comes out a little bit longer than the other fringe. So I think I'm just going to go right under the sewing line of the pocket here, and that brings it out maybe 1/4 of an inch longer. So let's do that. We're just going to use our hot glue. So let's take it, that's about the center, and get it on there, and we may have to kind of bunch it up a little bit, which is good because then it just makes more fringe. But I need to get it on there before this glue dries completely. There, just like that. Easy peasy. And now we've got extra fringe on the pocket. And then what I do with my fringe is to make it fringier, and we're going to do that before we put the pocket on. I do this. We just take and we use our fingernails or whatever we have, and some of these fringes might fall off because they're cut thin. That's okay. It's not gonna, nobody's gonna notice it at all. And this is kind of fun because we can get out some of our aggressions. If we have any. I don't really have any today. I'm having a good day. I hope you are all having a good day too. I'm feeling good today. I'm feeling energetic today, so that's a good day. And I feel very happy today. So I'm taking advantage of that to be with you guys and do some videos. This is when I do my best videos, is when I'm having a good day and I'm excited about what I'm doing and just wanting to talk and tell stories and things like that. I don't know how many of you watch Brenda Gant, but I've gotten into Brenda Gant's videos lately, and I just love her. I think she is the sweetest darn thing. And she just has the best outlook on everything. And that's what I love so much about Brenda. She's just a doll. Just a doll. Okay, these are the bottom. All right, I feel like I need some more fringe right here. I feel like I didn't get over far enough or something. Maybe I can just go like that and pull it over a little further. Let's try that. If not, I'm going to have to take another piece and add to this because I feel like it needs more. Yeah, see, we've got this little spot here where we don't have much fringe. Maybe it's the small fringe that got kind of, I think that's what it was, because I think I remember the other day I had cut into one of them and I had cut a piece off, not meaning to, but I had cut a piece off where I didn't want to. So let's do this. I think I'm just going to take this little piece, and I just need a couple. We'll cut these last 3 off, and we'll just make that piece work for something else, some other way. And we'll just pop this on here, right in the corner, like that. There we go. And that will make me happy. Let me just go ahead and fringe it up a little bit. holding it down, of course, because it's still not completely dry. Okay, there we go. I like that. That looks good. And now everything will brush off of my mat real easy because I have a dusting of denim all over the top of this. And that doesn't just wipe off. It stays because of the silicone on my mat. Okay, so we've got that done. Next thing I'm going to do, I hate having that all over my little top there. Okay, so next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to, this piece right here, I'm going to fold it down and make it smooth. And I'm just going to take and sort of swirl the glue on there so that that whole piece sticks down. Okay, it's not going to be that big a deal because I'm going to fold it over and then that whole pocket is going to get glued down to the bag. So, and this one is a totally no-sew bag. I'm not sewing anything on this. It's just a fun little bag for a couple of little girls that love purses and flowers and things like that. So, and my daughter's a little bit of a hippie, so I figure she'll think it's cute. So she won't go, "Oh, Mom, you didn't do boho." She'll think it's cute. So I'm okay with that. My granddaughter, I think, is going to love it. I hope she does. I really hope she does. Okay, so my glue is not hot, so it doesn't want to come out. And we're going to put that pocket right there. Just like that. And then the other thing that I want to do is I do want to go ahead and fringe down here at the bottom of the pants. I'm just doing a little fringe, not a lot, just maybe half an inch. So this will just take me a second. I'm doing both layers. My scissors are actually cutting it, so that's a good thing. I hope you guys liked the butterfly video. We're going to do some more of those. I'll do some more videos on them because, man, is that ever fun. And they are so darn cute. I love them. And I can use those on a lot of stuff. I really love the boho stuff. I really do, you guys. It makes me go back to a time when things were a lot happier and a lot safer and kinder, and just not that I was a full-on hippie, but I probably could have been. Honestly, I know I could have been. But I kind of was at the age where being a hippie was kind of going out and the 70s stuff was coming in. So I think I'm going to wait to fringe that. We're going to go ahead and we're going to put that aside first. This is going to go on top. This is going to go on bottom like this. And I'm just going to go ahead and glue these together like that. And this one, I think I'm going to turn it around and put it so that some of the rhinestones come out on the back side. So I mean, I could take it and do like this, but maybe that's what I should do. This one, for some reason, after I cut the fringes, they just started curling. I didn't pull on them or anything. It's the stretch in the denim, but they started curling, and I can't. They're hard to hold on to, keep out of the way. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to glue these together and at least have that part out of the way. Okay. So you go like that. All right. So let's just hope that my glue gun's working now. We need to get that clump off of there. Goodness. Okay, there. We got our start. So now maybe I can get the rest of this to go without hassle. Just got to try and line them up so that I get both pieces the same all the way across. Okay, so there we go. So we've got the curly ones that are going to go towards the front. I like those curly ones. So, and then we've got the straighter ones in the back. It's not going to matter once it's all said and done. It's all going to be fringed up and it's all going to go into each other anyway. So the next thing we're going to do is we're just going to glue right across the bottom of this bag. And we're going to add our fringe. Of course, I'm running out of glue again. I want to get plenty of glue on there. And pop that in all the way across. And I know this is probably a little bit bigger than the inside of the bag, so we're going to kind of try and scrunch it a bit. There we go. And I see here that maybe a couple of these could be, well, now I can't snip them because the tip of these scissors is really bad. Okay, so we've got that glued down. So now we're going to take and we're going to add another line of glue because we're going to glue this whole thing together. And we're putting a lot of glue in here, guys, because I don't want this to just easily come apart. Okay, so I'm putting a lot of glue. And yes, I could have sewn this across. I just didn't. I didn't want to. I wanted to make this an easy no-sew project. And that glue is going to bind up in that fabric and it's not going to easily come apart. So I'm not worried about that. Okay. So there we go. So now, what are we going to do? We're going to fringe up, get that little top row there fringed up. And then we're going to just kind of try and get these going. These I'll probably have to fringe up even more later on, but I don't want to spend too much time on this process because we've got other decorating to do, embellishing and stuff. So did you knock? Oh. Okay, so this is looking super fantastic. I love it. This is so fun, you guys. I'm going to flip it over. Make sure I get the back side done too, because those have to be fringy too. Do the little ones on top. So you can see how this might help you get aggressions out if you're having a rough day too. Just save some fringes to do, and you can work hard at that and let your hands go to town. Okay, so there we go. We got our fringes. And we have a big mess on our table, or our mat. So since it's already got fringe dust on it, it's going to be easy to clean up. These will just swipe right off of there. And later on, I'll just take my cleaner and my paper towel and I will finish cleaning it up. Okay. So next, what I'm going to do, I want to put this on. Oh, let me go get my lace. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, so I went and grabbed some of my laces and things. This is just some seam binding. I'm only going to take a couple of pieces of this. I got a very nice Happy Mail package that had a bunch of this seam binding. This is one of my favorite embellishment things, is this seam binding, and I love it in like the pinks, the browns, the beiges, the whites, whatever. I love them all, and depending on what I'm doing, I will use them. I love them to make tassels with, and that's what we're doing right now. We're making a tassel. And this piece, I'm going to actually cut it down the middle here, because I don't want it to be a real thick tassel. I want it to be thinner strips. So that gives me a couple of good ones. All right, I'll save a piece of that because that's all I've got. There's that. And then I brought some of this lace, which is very cool, and we're going to cut some strips out of this. Not too much of it because it's very pretty and I don't want to be wasteful, but I want some in this tassel. So we're going to take this section right here and we're just going to make some strips. Trying not to cut it too thin because then I'm going to end up with broken, torn lace. This lace is really nice because it's kind of flimsy-ish, and when I say flimsy, it's not stiff. And I like it to be flimsy when I'm using it in tassels. It just feels softer and more touchable. So in this respect, flimsy is good. It's a good lace. It's a nice lace. And I feel like this piece, I'm just going to take it and I'm going to cut it down. This end is a lot narrower than the other end, so I kind of got off on my cuts for sure. But that's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect when you're talking about a tassel. So there, we got a lot of that in there. All right, and I think I might put just a tad of my blue lace. Since it's a blue denim, I thought, okay, some blue lace might be good to throw in there. The only thing I don't have is I don't have any like pinkish like that. Oh. I had my chiffon out the other day. What did I do with it? I'm going to see if I can find it and take a piece of my chiffon. Oh, I've got this. This would be pretty. This is just a ribbon. It's a polka dotted ribbon. This would be very pretty, and I will just also cut this in the middle. This is organza ribbon, polka dot, and I love this ribbon. I wish I had more. This was some Happy Mail ribbon that I got, and I only got a small amount, but boy, do I wish I had more. I don't even use it because I'm afraid I'm going to need it for something and not have it. So this is the first time I've actually used it. I did make one little baby rose out of it. And then I thought, no, I can't make too many of those because, no. So that'll go in there nicely, right? So let's see. We're just going to kind of start taking these bits and pieces and mixing them in. With each other. I got a piece of this in there. And that. And we'll go with another blue. And I want to save a piece of that for like the edges. Let's see. Put another piece of the brown, and that, and that, and that, and these two little pieces of plain lace. There we go. That's actually quite a tassel we've got going there. I need to take one of these pieces out though so that we can tie it. And I feel like I wanted to put one little piece. I cut this piece of the other tassel out. And I thought I would put a little piece of that in here. But I don't know. Now I'm not thinking so much that that is necessary. Okay. So we're going to take this piece and we're going to tie it around the top. And we're going to try and get it tied on there real tight. And hope that this piece of lace doesn't tear because I'm thinking it's a fragile lace. So I'm hoping it won't tear as I'm trying to knot it. And I don't think it's going to. It feels like it was actually pretty strong. Okay, so I'm going to kind of try and pull this top part apart a little bit. And I see this one piece of lace that I'm trying to tighten here, and I don't know where it's at. Oh well, it doesn't really matter. And then I had something here. I had a bow, a lace bow. Here it is. That I found it somewhere in my stash. It got tied together with a yellow and white striped yarn. I don't know why I did that, but it might have actually came in Happy Mail just like this. So that's, if somebody was using it on something yellow, then yeah, you would do that. I just don't do a lot of yellow stuff, so that's why I was questioning it. So there we go. Look at that beautiful tassel. And if I take and pop that little rose on the top, Super pretty. Okay, so I'm going to glue this bow on the front. Or maybe what I should do is take and put that on the front of it. I mean, this is pretty, but it really doesn't go with these flowers that are on the butterfly. That's the only thing that I'm questioning whether or not I should even use it. Could put that on there and maybe grab one of these flowers off of this, or just cut one of these off and have it on the front. I could do that. I was kind of hoping not to have to use any more of these, but you know what? That's what it's there for, right? So, I have a surprise coming from Sherry. She did something and she's sending me something that is super cool. You guys are not going to believe it. And I'm not going to tell you what it is, but it's super cool and you guys are going to love it. Well, thing is, if I put this on here, this is not going to... I wasn't thinking about my poor little feather. That can go kind of down there. I don't know, guys. Part of me feels like if I didn't have the butterfly, that would be great, but with the butterfly, that's a little bit too much. Like, it just doesn't go. So, let's go ahead. That's all glued on, so we're done there. See, now they've got the little pocket in the front. Super cool. Their little butterfly. Maybe the butterfly should go down a little ways on that pocket. And then I could put this here. And we can just leave the back just kind of basic. Like that. What do you guys think? I think it's very pretty. Gosh, I love these butterflies so much. They are so beautiful. Can you believe that? Oh. And just so you guys know, I got the idea from a video I watched. And oh my goodness, I was so excited when I saw this girl's video. So what I have to do is I need to put a link to that video if I can find it. It should be in my YouTube history, so I should be able to find it. Not too much problem, but this is me we're talking about. Okay, so that's going right there. And our butterfly is going to go right there. So I'm just going to put glue on the edges of the pocket right here. I think that's going to do it. Well, I'll add some more. This way I know I'm not going to go over the edge. That's okay. And then we'll get we go. That's all glued down. That's glued down. And look at that. And the only thing I'm missing now is the strap. I do this every time. I don't have a strap, you guys. Oh, no, that's not the only thing missing. I was going to put this on here, and I didn't. Maybe what I'll do is I'll put that sort of somewhere towards the top. Nope, we don't need that. But I do want some lace down here, and I did take, and I took this out to put across the pocket here, but instead of that, we're going to put that right across there. Right? Or should we just do that right down here? Yeah. I think it goes good down there. And I'm just going to use that whole piece like that. And I have glued this down on the underside so that none of our pearls or anything comes off. I put glue over the whole thing, the whole back of this. So let's just get our glue going here. And I'm going to make a mess. I just feel sort of bad right this moment. I hope I don't ruin this. Okay, let's get that up there. Get that up there. Don't get our fringe in it. There we go. That is so super cute. Look at that. And the one thing that I keep forgetting to do, and I just realized I did it again, is I keep forgetting to square off these edges so that it opens wider at the bottom, so that it opens this way better. And I keep forgetting to do that. And on my next one, I am going to try and remember that. So, okay, so now I kind of don't really want to use more of this because I feel like it's overkill on this stuff. So I do have some ruffle here that I pulled out of my trim bin, and maybe if I put this around the whole top, that'll kind of set off the top a little bit. I'm going to put it at the sew line of that hem there. So let's go ahead and start working on that. I'm going to go around the corner here. Start it right there. And go to the back and just make my line of glue here and go all the way across, and that looks very cute. And I'm not pulling on this ruffle because I don't want it to pull on the top of the bag. Although that might have been a good idea because then it would just kind of scrunch it up a little bit maybe. I don't know if it would or not. But if it did, then yeah, you could just pull it open. Okay, look at that, you guys. So super cute. I really wanted to use this somewhere, but it's not gonna fit in any of this. No, that either. Okay, that's it, you guys. The only thing I have left to do is the strap. And let's see. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, so here's what we're going to use. We're going to go back to a strong lace trim that works really well for little straps. So I'm going to use my little snap thing that I used when I did my last one. Let's hope it works here. I'm going to poke. I don't know that I can get it to go through that, but I'm going to sure try right there. Let's see if it went through. Looks like it did. Let's just go this way now. There we go. That time I felt it go all the way through. There we go. So there's that side. And then I'm going to make the hole bigger, of course. But first I got to get both of these holes started, and then I'll do that part next. And that one went all the way through. You can see there's our fabric. Okay, so there's our holes right there and right there. And now I need to make the holes bigger. So what I do is I take whatever I can find, not that. Those paintbrushes are a little bit narrow. Let's see. Well, this is a little bit wider, so we'll start with this and get that in there, and maybe if I can pull that whole circle out. Maybe I don't have to. I may not have to. I think that might actually do the trick right there. See, we have a decent sized hole there. All right, so what I want to do is, I think I want to make this, yeah, I want to make this go in from the outside. And I need something that'll grab hold of this and help me push it through. Okay, so there we go. We got that side through. And we're going to turn it that way. And then I want it to be kind of long because it's a boho purse. It's supposed to be like more like a crossbody purse. So I'm going to cut, well, I'm not even, well, yeah, I got to cut it. I'm going to I'm going to actually cut that a little long. So let's make sure I've got the whole thing facing the right direction. We'll pop this one through this hole. Grab a hold of it with our little skewer here. Ouch! Ooh, I stabbed myself. That was not fun. Okay, so there we go. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to tie this in a knot. A good hard knot. I'm going to pop a little glue right there. And I'm going to try and get that knot to tie one more time and glue to the center of the knot. If I can do this quick enough, I could do that. But the question is, how quick can I be? Okay. And then I want to put some glue right here, just so that doesn't unravel. And we'll cool it off on my pad here. Cut that off. And then let's go ahead and tie this end. Give myself a little working space, because I did make this longer than I needed to, so just remember that. And I'm going to start tying this, and then I'll put the glue on once I get that looped through. There we go. I'll put a little dollop of glue there, and there we go. That way it's not going to untie, and I got glue on the edge, so it's all set up not to fray. Maybe I should put a little bit more on that edge. It doesn't look like I got any glue there. Okay. And then what I think I should do is maybe put, let me see how that's going to come up against there. I'm going to put a dot of glue right at the hole here. There we go. And then we'll do the same on this side. A little dot of glue around the hole. And pull. There we go. And we have a cute little strap. I love it. I think that worked out really well. And this is really strong trim, so it's not going to be easily broken or anything. And it even looks super cute, just opened up like that. No closure or anything like that. It's really not necessary. They're little girls, and they're just going to be able to drop stuff in there as they go, and they don't have to worry about closing it up and all of that stuff. So maybe MeeMaw will put some stuff in there for them. Some little hand lotions and stuff like that. I've got a bunch of them that I've bought from work, and I've bought little containers that I want to use, you know, for crafting. And so I've got all the lotions and stuff from those just kind of put away. So I can put a little thing of lotion in there, and this is adorable. Just absolutely adorable. And I know that both of my granddaughters are going to love these. I don't know what the second one's going to look like yet, but it's going to be gorgeous. I just know that. And I think this was a great idea to do for them. So I'm trying to make some things. You know, all of the stuff that I've been going through lately, whether it gets me or it doesn't, has made me think about, you know, what have you left your grandchildren to remember you by. And I want to give them some handmade stuff that I've made. And I haven't done that. And I mean, I've done a little bit of it, but not much. You know, I haven't made a lot of handmade gifts for them. Mostly just the girls, you know. But, you know, that's what I need to do. I need to make some little handmade goodies. And, you know, leave a couple of reminders to them of what MeeMaw was all about. Okay, so that's it, you guys. I hope that you liked this. This is so, so, so cute. And I just know my girls are going to love them. And I'm going to make my other one. So what I will do is when I get the other one made, I'll attach pictures of that onto the end of this video too. And so you guys can see both of the bags in all of their glory and fun and whimsiness and everything. So anyway, thanks a lot for watching, you guys. Please, please, please make a comment. Let me know what you think about that. And don't forget, you guys, in my other video, I was asking you to help me out. I need a name for my dragon. So we've got my beautiful, sparkly, colorful dragon here that needs a name. This is what Jeff made me on his 3D printer, and I love it. I begged for it. So he did make it. He bought me the filament for it, and he made it for me, and I absolutely love this dragon. I need to make one for my youngest grandson because he's into all of that kind of stuff. He loves dragons and dinosaurs and all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to see if I can't get Jeff to make one more for Tristan. And that way I've got something a little extra to take for him, you know, when I see him. Because I should be seeing both of the littlest ones pretty soon. So, yeah, I should be going back and seeing them. So, anyway, love you all, and I thank you again for stopping in and watching, and I hope you'll give this video a thumbs up and a hype and a comment and a share. You know, don't forget to share these videos, you guys, because that really does help me. Once you share videos, you know, for your friends or your family to see, they might enjoy it. And if you know anybody that's into the boho stuff, be sure and share it with them, because I know they'll like it. I'm certain of that. They'll love this. And that's it, guys. Thank you for all of the continued prayers. I have appreciated it so much, and I will continue to. So keep those prayers coming, guys. And I'm not saying much about what's going on till I know whatever it is that it is. So, I'm going to just try and keep a positive outlook, and that's what I'm doing now. I'm feeling very positive. God's got this. I'm in good hands, you guys. So, I'm sure I'm going to be fine. So, anyway, y'all take care. Love you. God bless you, and don't forget those comments and those likes and those shares and all of that great stuff. Look at that beauty. Look at those rhinestones. They just sparkle so beautiful. I just think it's so cute. There's our handle. There's our beautiful, gorgeous tassel. I love this tassel. And our gorgeous, gorgeous butterfly. So that's it, you guys. Thanks a lot. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.